Hey friends, good to see y'all guys tonight. It is 10:30. I am sitting out front of Jamie's place in the Interceptor and just being chill. I like to sit a lot, honestly, and I just think. I try and not obsessively think. I do like problem solving and like where am I checks. You know what I mean? And yeah, so I always do that before bed. Tonight I was kind of thinking maybe I'd do a live. I titled this, what is it? It's something about the walk gets cold. And so I figured that we could start out here real quick in the car and then maybe go for a quick walk and just show you a little bit of the nighttime of the city of Orville or the town of Orville, which is something that, as y'all guys know, I used to do a lot. I walked this place like up and down for a little over a year, and it's kind of nice. It has a real kind of comic book feel to it, kind of like Marvel or something. Or maybe that's just because I see things that way. You know what I mean? I like the beauty of a city or something. I love the beauty of the wilderness. At the same time, I think that we can find so much beauty in the city too. Hey, Pink Lady, how are you? You need rest, my friend, in a warm house. I have been resting in warm houses lately, my friend. Yeah, I have Jamie's here. I bounce back and forth with a few other friends and stuff. I am all right. It's okay. This point of my life is kind of just a big adventure. You know, like how sometimes in life we have those memories that we tell around tables with people in the later, and it's about like some kind of adventure, some kind of road trip, sometime that some hardship fell upon us or something, right? And how we got through it and all. It's really easy at that time at that table, looking back on it, telling that story to see how much coolness was actually there, because it's a good story, right? So nowadays what I do is I enjoy that story while I'm living in it, and it makes the hardship of the story that much better, to tell you the truth. But things are getting easier. I'm one of those guys, I get knocked down and I don't stay down very long. It does not take me long to start over. And that's something that I really enjoy about my life and my experiences, is that now I kind of know how to do it. And oddly enough, there's some saying, I forget who said it. Who was it? It's from a quote, but I like it. And it's about basically when somebody does something difficult long enough that they get good at it, it becomes something that they like to do. And my life experience has made me very good at getting forward from times of difficulty, if that makes any sense. Thank you, though, for caring about me so much. I appreciate it. And you're right. Warmth, comfort, good food, these are important things. They are, on the top echelon of survival. Humans aren't made to chew roots anymore. I told a friend of mine once, it was really cool that she caught to this. I told her that, because I love this saying that I came up with. It is, before we had salt, meat was very bland. Before we had fire, we ate it raw. And that's something I came up with a long time ago. It's just like, it's this brain thing. I don't know exactly what it means, right? But I know the feeling of it kind of, it means something. And my friend, though, was like, yeah, but weren't we technically like kind of something else then? And I was like, touche. Well played. Yeah. So yeah, it's really important. My dad liked this show. I forget what it was. It was one of those old war movies about like the South Seas Islands and stuff. And what they would do, they would drop in these basically spies. They'd take these I think they were Air Force or Navy guys, and they would drop them off on these islands that the enemy would fly over every now and then, because they wanted to get their flight patterns and all. And this was before the time of like that we have now, with like satellites and stuff like that. So they had to have somebody on ground with a little radio, and all they could do is drop in basically with the radio and a knife and build their own shelter and live there and everything. And their job was to write down the flight patterns of the enemies that would go over for their island. And then like once every month or so, they would radio those findings out to the high command, right, to headquarters, and that was their job. Some of these guys did that for years, like a couple years, 4 years, right? A tour of duty, whatever their time was, years. They lived out there like this. We're talking like real hardcore survival people, right? Like seriously got some grit. And so after the war was over, a lot of these guys were called back, and they had the specific commander, right, who was in charge of all of them, basically. I forget how many there were. There were like 20, 30. There were a lot of them, so according to my dad's story. And they all started dying in the hospitals. They all started getting sick, and then the sickness got worse and worse, and basically they died of malnutrition. And then like the ones that were hanging on were dying too. And so the commander guy, though, realized that because they had been living in that certain area on that certain stuff for so long, that regular like USA food was a shock to the system, right? And it was just so different than what they'd been living on. So he went out and he got stuff that they were hunting there on those islands. So it was like monkeys and peppers and squashes, whatever the melons are that grow on the tree, right? The fruits and stuff. And he took that to these guys, and they ate it, and their body processed it, and they were all right. And so sometimes, see, like some of my friends who are in survival situations with me, they lean towards things that would be more healthy. Their body kind of like they need, I don't know, an example would be like celery. I'm just going to throw celery out there, right? Like normal food, normal stuff that normal people eat. And it's neat because I get out in these situations and stuff, and I'm the dude that I am eating like grease. I mean? It's like hardcore, just like bacon grease or just sandwiches of whatever, right? And I think it's funny because it shows that. And whenever I realize it, I always think to myself, monkeys and peppers. So like it's different for everybody, Like my system really used to tea. I like sweet tea. And so like I'll drink water and stuff, especially like in a survival situation, but my body really craves that tea kind of, and it's so good when I get back and I get it. I know I'm long-winded. I just talk to y'all guys. LOL loves dropped in $4, guys. Said nothing. Thank you, LOL. I love your name. That's awesome. Totally cool. Let me get you a heart and a like. Really appreciate you. I hope you're doing well tonight, this morning, this afternoon, whatever your time zone is. And thanks for hanging out with me here in the car. I really appreciate it. Yeah, things are it's a grand adventure. Life is a grand adventure, Let's see, what's this? Hey, Papa John. Appreciate you, John. Yeah, I saw your comment before, too. Love it. I hope you got my reply back and everything. Yeah, appreciate the support, brother. So, Papa John dropped in $14, guys, to support the channel. Bought a comment. Let me get your heart and a like there, John. John says, I love this. You've told me this. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is mystery. Today is a gift. Seize it. Right on. That's why, that reminds me of something, John, of a recovery thing that I heard once in a lecture hall. And it goes, do you know why they call today the present? Because it's a gift. Is that cool or what? I love that kind of stuff. I was sitting too, sometimes I notice things, like I love the way that words were built basically from one meaning to another. So Jamie's got this little wooden artistic bench out by the wood pile out here, and it's got a painting of a deer out in like a little muskeg, bounding over a log, and it also says welcome. And so I broke that down into 2 words, and I thought it was really neat to think that like welcome is like be well, to be well, and to come. And so it's what you would say to somebody, right, who is approaching. It's like, you will be well when you come here kind of thing. I don't know. I like those kind of things. sometimes I say stuff like I'll be talking and I'll say more on that later. And some of y'all guys know this. It's one of my favorite little things, and I always get a little giggle in my brain about it because I stop and I'm like, I said more on. But yeah, I don't know. Hoorah. Robert Gaylor in the house. Show your support, subscribe, hit the like button, please, and that will help Matt out a lot. Thank you, Robert. Thank you so much for reminding everybody. And yeah, everybody's killed it tonight. I can't believe we're already up to like 54 likes in 11 minutes. Pretty cool. So we had a good night. I said Jamie had to go to bed early. Hang on, I just dropped down to the bottom on the comments here, guys. I want to scroll back. I thought, hang on. Nope, that was Lolo Love. Oh, Sherry. Yes, I thought there was my Sherry O'Neill, guys. Dropped in $5 to support the channel. Bought an emoji. It's a little pear guy with the sweatband, giving a great big thumbs up. Thank you so much, Sherry. I hope that you were well tonight. Thank you for being part of the community. So, guys, I'm going to drop down to the bottom now, so I'm current with you. Hello, April Lee. Hope you're staying warm, buddy. Yes, I am, April. I am doing well, my friend. Also, I have emergency gear, too. So, like, when I do get in a pinch situation, it's not that bad. I've got a sleeping bag, actually, that's rated for 40 degrees below zero. It's an Arctic one. Cost me $400. Yeah, $400. I had to save 7 months when I worked on the orchard to be able to afford it. It was great. And so it keeps me warm. It keeps me safe. You know, so yeah, it was a very good night. Jamie and I finished out the movie. She liked it. I love, like, so it was slower and stuff. So like the setup and stuff, it was The Unforgiven. Y'all guys know the movie, I think, and it's one of my favorites. Unforgiven, Ombre. Yeah, those are like my tops. And Unforgiven has a real story to it, right? It deals with a lot of stuff. Violence, right, wrong, alcoholism, you know, the lighter and the darker sides of humanity itself blurs the lines between it all, right? It's more poetry than it is a movie. And yes, I know I sound like that. But she enjoyed it because, like, the whole setup and everything, she was like, I hope he gets it, right? And I'm like, just watch the movie. Just watch, yeah, you know. And it was really good. In the end, she was doing that grab my arm thing, right? When Clint walks through the door and he's like, who owns this shithole? Pardon my language. But yeah, so she enjoyed it a lot. And then she sacked out just a little bit ago. I've got stuff I gotta do tomorrow. I gotta take care of stuff that I've been putting off. Hang on. Try and get... Oh, one of my favorite movies. That's cool. That's cool, April Lee. Billy, can you please say a kind word? Oh, hang on, Billy. Where'd you go, bro? Can you please say a kind word for... Oh, this has to be one of those things where you thought one of those names. Yeah, okay, well... shout out to Dick. He sounds like a really good guy. I love it when people drop in and they've got that. It reminds me of The Simpsons. It really does. And y'all guys have got me before, Billy. You have definitely got me before, bro. I don't know about you, but other guys that have called in, you remember, right? Bill, yeah. Simpsons, when Bart would call Moe at the tavern and he'd be like, hey, is Butts there? Mr. Butts, first name Seymour, right? And then Moe would scream out, he'd be like, hey, Seymour Butts, I want to see more Butts. You remember? And it's so good, Billy. It's Billy, right? Yes, Billy. My dad's name was Billy, bro. Yeah. So... But anyway, if it's a true story and all, definitely, guy sounds like a good guy and everything. If not, it's still entertaining tonight, bro. And I appreciate the joke. I really do. All right, drop in here. Neighborhood tonight. It's raccoons and stuff, I think. It sounds like it back over here. Jamie, I saw a big one once jump up on this fence. This fence has to be 8 feet tall back here, right? And this big raccoon jumped right up on top of it, landed and perched, didn't climb or anything. Those things are amazing. Laurel Frantet dropped in $10, guys, to the cause. That's Laurel, right? Laurel, yes. Hi, Laurel. Thank you so much. Laurel dropped in $10 for the cause, guys. Support the channel. Let's get Laurel a couple likes here, guys, if you would. Really appreciate you, my friend. Laurel is a silent observer, guys. Dropped in, donated to support the channel, and said nothing. And you know what? I think that's kind of classy, Laurel. I often think about y'all guys because I get to know a lot of people in the chat that are in here and they talk a lot and everything. And I think about y'all silent observers a lot, to tell you the truth. I like one thing about it for sure is that whatever it is you enjoy about this, you enjoy it, if that makes sense. It does have this connection to y'all guys that I find to be really kind of cool. It's a lot like seeing, I guess I could relate it to like animals in the forest kind of thing. It's like, you know, when I see a squirrel and the squirrel sees me, we've both shared the forest together and we don't really need to say anything. It's late and everything, and I've been trying to be really philosophical lately, so I hope that I'm not waxing too much meta. But anyway, yeah, appreciate you, Laurel. Hi, Sissy. Del Boy says, what's up? Oh, talking to Mike. Slim Jones, McJeezy, cool name, Slim Jones. Love that, man. Is your name Dixon Mays? No, it's weird. Somebody else asked me that the other day too. I guess there's somebody out there that I kind of look like or something. I'll have to check that out. No, my name's Matt Brown. Hi, I'm just a YouTuber out here. I make like inspirational videos. I talk about my own life experiences and stuff, and try to do adventure videos. If you like any of those like outdoor exploring kind of videos or something, check out some of my older stuff. There's some cool stuff out there, man. And like I said, I love your name, McJeezy. Right on. Terry, good evening, Matt, and chat from, and chat room from Terry Van Tassel. Hey, Terry, it's good to see you tonight. You've been here forever, too. So many of us have done this for so long. I think it was really cool. I forget who said it. It might have been Miss Cat. I forget that somebody was saying about how like the car videos kind of seem like the same vibe as the beginning of Music Madness, because everybody just, sure, hey, everybody gets in here and like just talks to each other and stuff. And I think it proves that no matter what our channel is doing, the community is doing really well. You know, and we take advantage of this time to get to be together, kind of. And that's cool. Yeah, we'll let it mellow down outside for a few more minutes, and then we'll go for a walk out there. All right, guys? And I apologize. I didn't bring my other... Yeah, I left my camp light out at Aaron's. So... get some of this going on. I like to be able to see what's coming up on me, you know what I mean? I think it's great. I'm literally one of those guys that like when I walk into a restaurant or a fast food place or something, I do like the old gamblers or the what do you call them? Like the mafiosos or something, you know. Back in the day, I'll sit with like my back away from everybody so nobody can get up behind me, and you know, eyes on the exits, that kind of thing. So I'm very situationally aware because I grew up in the forest like I did. So there's always something out there hiding around a tree or something. And then, of course, you know, I'm a big movie buff and everything. And so it became part of my reality somehow. And I kind of like it, you know. I know people always feel safe around me. That's what's important, you know. Julie, hey, Julie. It is so good to see you. Thank you so much, my friend, for your support. Guys, Julie dropped in. She has been here ever. She donated 10 bucks euro for the channel, and we really appreciate you. I appreciate you, Julie. You know what? It's neat people like you, because you're still here and everything. And as you know, I've lost a lot of friends that I built so long ago in the beginning of all of this. And when I see you and I see a few of the others, it really makes me feel good to know that you're still here. And I appreciate you so very much. Thank you for being here. Jeff, walk down to the park. Yeah, Jeff, I would, but then again, it would be so. I'm sorry, I was just talking about like the cowboy gangster kind of thing. There's no way now that I can go down to the park. Let's walk down to the railroad tracks real quick, Matt. I'm like, sorry. Shh, not so loud. Now Ray come off as the crazy guy. I don't need to be out here in my car just laughing at the window. I'm sorry. I think I got a bigger kick out of that than anybody else did. Yeah. It's bring your own cement day, right? Yeah. Concrete. April Lee. Good night, Matt. Stay healthy. Thank you, April. To you the same. You have a wonderful night. I hope you have good dreams. Pink Lady. Thank you, Julie. Cindy and Olympia. Hey, Cindy. Good to see you tonight. Are you dressed warm? It's 45 degrees outside. I am. I have finally started to acclimate. I've got like layers on my coat, but to tell you the truth right now, I'm not cold. My body has this thing since I grew up in the extreme cold that after a while of being cold, it just stops. Somehow like my own internal temperature turns up or something. So like if I were out there in the wind and stuff, I would be pretty cold unless I was moving. And then I would get really warm. It's cold on my hands and stuff, you know. I shook somebody's hand today and he was like, "You're cold, Matt, go home and warm up." But I really don't feel it. Unless it gets super cold now. When it first got cold, because I was talking to somebody in the chat, I forget who, and they were talking about how this year it went from being warm outside to cold outside, like overnight. And it was really hard to be able to adapt to that. I was even up on top of the mountain for like the last 7 days of my outing. And man, it was cold. Even in my sleeping bag, for some reason, I just couldn't get warm because it was that shock to the system. Now that I've adapted, though, I'm pretty good to go. Yeah, I'll be fine. And I know how to keep my core temperature warm. That's something that I don't think a lot of people realize too. You know how like when you get really, really cold, even days later, you can still be cold in a room that's like 85. That's because of our core temperature. And so as long as I keep it like high, then I can expose myself to the cold longer, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I know, long-winded. I talk and talk. Jana, you'll Drakes. I'm sorry, Jana. I am probably really butchering your name. I am sorry about that. Randomly caught alive. Ha. Take care, Matt, and everybody. Life doesn't always make sense, but keep moving forward no matter what. I had a nice walk the other day. That is so cool, Jana. Thank you so much for being here. And I totally agree. I just try and when life doesn't make sense, it's terrible to say, I shouldn't say it, act like it does. But that is something I learned in recovery too. It's not like, what do they call it? And in psychology, it's a funny word. It's a fun word to say, malingering, right? So malingering is a psychology word for faking it, basically, right? And that's a totally different thing than what we call in recovery, fake it till we make it, right? So like in times of stress or turmoil and stuff, the best thing to do is the most logical or rational thing to do. And so realizing that, even though we're like shaking inside and stuff, is not malingering. It's simply doing the rational thing. Like Captain Kirk, right? All the times that he would like, there'd be some virus or something on the ship and it'd make everybody go crazy. He would stop and he would think to himself, he's like, okay, I'm completely crazy right now. What would I do if I were rational? And then he'd do that. And that's what I try and do with life when it gets crazy. And like I said, it's not malingering as long as it's not fake, you know? And then also in recovery, towards like the drinking and drugging thing, we use that a lot, or I did, you know, in the little circles I was in, about just, you know, even when we're shaky or something, just go through the day as if we're not. It's that this too shall pass, fake it till you make it kind of junk, you know? I love doing this with y'all guys. Because being solitary and stuff is, I don't know, it's just kind of neat to be able to click this on and sit here with you pretty much anytime I want. And for some reason, y'all guys don't mind when I talk about it, basically nothing. Or I tell you, Google this and then tell you some big long thing about it. Now, I like this though, all right? Most of the time I can give you friends kind of like assurances that most of the time I'm spot on. There was something I forget the other day Jamie asked me about. What was it? There was just random knowledge. What the heck was it? Oh yeah, it was about Halloween and how often it winds up on Friday or something. Yeah, how often it was on the same day or something like that. And I did my Periclean answer of I don't know. However, what I believe is, and then I gave my answer, and I was talking about, you know, will it be different in the Gregorian or the Julian calendar, but it should line up to about once every 7 years. Like it had something to do with leap year, right? And then later I Googled it to make sure, and yeah, I was spot on. So you can trust me most of the time, but I do recommend that when I'm like, guys, Google this, definitely Google it. And what scares me is I won't even go there. Yeah, no. Some of the knowledge changes. I'm old enough and I have a good enough memory. Yeah, my memory is really good. Memory to know that some of the information has changed over the years and everything. But I just like to think of that as advancements in science, you know, and knowledge. Yeah. Hey, Bay. Oh, bye, Felicia. I love that name. Hi, bye, Felicia. That's awesome. SV in Vooter 3813. Hey, SV. Donald Johnson. Hey, I recognize that picture. That's Bill the Butcher. Yep. That's Bill the Butcher right there. How you doing, my friend? Ronnie Hawkwater, how the hell have you been? Dang, it's good to see you. I love that you've popped in every now and then. Just like it really makes my day to see you. Hi, hello, Matt and everyone. I miss you. I'm so glad that you're here, Ronnie. You freaking rock. I want you to know that. And yeah, totally. Ronnie's one of the pack guys. A lot of y'all guys who have been here forever know it. Sun Tzu, what up, Sun Tzu? Hi, Matt and everyone. Hey, right on. Kiwi, hey, Kiwi. He blew all his money on drugs, then comes on here begging for money. You know, it's interesting, Kiwi, that so rational emotive therapy is when we change the way we feel about something by changing the way we think about it. And what you said there actually has some truth to it. It helped fix the way that I thought about my entire experience when I told myself basically, yeah, that I bought the party. And yeah, but you're not accurate about what I'm doing now. I've spent the past 5 years, so I've really fought in recovery since the end of 2017. And what I do now, I've spent 5 years working on a YouTube channel and diligently too. I didn't actually start making money till like year 3 and stuff. So it's not like I'm not out here, asking anything for free. Right now, the company has had a problem because I lost my editing equipment and things have fallen behind a little bit. But it's good to see you, Kiwi. Hi. I find that it's in answers like that because I never know what I'm going to say. And y'all guys know I run my mouth. It's like there's never, I just don't know. So I just go with it. And it's all right. Kiwi's all right. Kiwi might come around. Sometimes they do. They do sometimes. Life is hard, Kiwi. It's hard, man. But we can pick ourselves up and move forward, and that matters. So I like it because it gives me the ability to talk about stuff that I wouldn't normally talk about and all. And sometimes it catches me in a way where I don't guard myself or really, did you know as soon as I take that off how bright that gets? I don't really guard myself for what I talk about, and I just try and talk really from the heart or the soul about the real thing. I've just reached a point in my life where, like my dad used to say, right? Because my dad and I, we worked out a lot and stuff, especially when I was a kid. He was really into like martial arts and shit. And so we do push-ups and stuff. And it's always good to be able to do more push-ups, right? You always want to be impressed in your dad or something, right? With your strength or whatever it is, your endurance and all, right? So like as a kid, I mean, I'm 5 years old, kind of cheated a little bit on some of my push-ups, right? And he would always remind me, he would be like, Matt, when you cheat on your push-ups, you're really only cheating yourself, right? So the truth is you did 11. Basically, right? And I find something in that now in this phase of my life, of just trying to be as truthful as possible and not cheating myself. Because when I cheat, I'm just cheating myself, So I like to be able to talk from the heart. And I like that, like, I don't know, these guys catch me off hand or off guard sometimes, and I can give a more in the moment thing. I do wish that I could critique the time it takes me to talk about something. Have you noticed that? I need to get it down to like at least 4 minutes. I mean, 4 minutes a subject is stretching it, in my opinion. I need to drop it down to like 30 to 90 seconds would be good. But that's my editor, right? So what y'all guys don't know about me as an artist, and my cinema is my art, right? My videography. I'm kind of addicted to it. And so like I need the periods in my life where like I'm editing sometimes, and like I love that, right? It's really cool, it's a lot of fun and everything, and I think that I'm jonesing for some edit right now because I'm kind of like critique. You see, in edit I know the time frames for like clips and stuff, to amp it up, to drop it down, whatever goes with that moment. I can express that with like the length of the clips, the color that one clip may end and start on. It is very advanced. And I spent most of my career when I was on screen, but behind screen, learning from really good people. I wish I had had more time in the edit bay to be able to talk with those guys. I have used every trick and tool they have shown me though, or that they showed me. And yeah, it's cool. I hope that too, sometimes it'd be neat if those guys, I know I'm way off the point now, but if those guys ever saw my stuff, if I had thrown something in there that is totally Matt, because I do have my own signatures and stuff. But what I'm saying is I am really jonesing to edit a video right now, and I have massive content, and it's almost all going to be positive, guys. We're not going with the negative flow of everything. This is going to be a good story. Yeah. Katie, hey Katie. Katie spent $10 for us, guys. Support the channel, support the cause. Bought a emoji. It's a person kind of like looking down and then looking over and then looking at me, kind of like they just noticed that I was looking at them or something. It's actually pretty cool. Thank you, Katie. You're totally cool, my friend. I love your, what is that? Is that flowers on your little screen grab there? I think that is. It's very pretty. I like the purple and the yellow and the dark blues. They go really well together. Chicken Master is in the house. Oh, Matty boy, glad you're coming back more now. Absolutely, Chicken Master. Just had a setback, my friend. Just a little bit of setback. And yeah, I bounced back. It's an alley cat walking back here. And I mean, I'm not even kidding. It's a black and orange Stray cat. Black and orange stray cat sitting on the fence. Don't got enough dough to pay the rent. Well, I'm flat broke, but I don't care. Strut right by with my tail in the air. Getting shoes thrown at me by a mean old man. I get my dinner from the garbage can. Stray Cats. Y'all guys know it. You love it. I play it all the time. Yeah, but that was a black and orange stray cat. That's pretty cool. Oh, I love your name. Ha 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 ha. 14. What'd you say? Hang on, come back here. You in Alaska? No, Washington, my friend. Phil Baker. Say good day to Phil Island, Australia, please. Good day, Phil Island, Australia. I hope that y'all guys are doing well. We're moving into winter from fall here. So that means you must be moving we're summer to fall, so you must be going from fall to summer. I hope it's going to be a good summer. I hope it doesn't get too hot. Thank y'all guys for being there. I'm going to grab me a cigarette, guys, and then we will jazz hands. That's like jazz hands, right? Yeah. Cool. I just click. That's my blinker. That won't matter. I only use it when I'm moving. Actually, technically, I use it when I'm moving and stopped, but not stationary, which is different than stopped. I feel stationary. Stop it. It's so good. My head is cold. I'm putting my hat back on. 1, my head is cold. 2, I can't take the glare anymore. Yeah. I'm going to get a cigarette and smoke a little bit of it here with y'all guys. We'll talk for a few more minutes, and then we'll take us a little walk. Make sure I got everything I'm gonna need. I think so. That's gonna be nice. Yeah, and then I'm gonna call it a night, because like I said, I have stuff I have to do tomorrow. Notice the glare? Seriously, when I put the hat on, like, it's not gone. And it does fluctuate, but it is definitely not as bad. Yeah, I just don't know why when Gray's so young, it's just like, that's one thing about when I film with my GoPro on a really sunny day out there in the woods and stuff. I have to actually be concerned about it, because it's like, just shines, man. I like it though. I do. I think it's unique. As like I'm a comic book character. I think it's a lot like some of the Marvel comic people. Like I don't know. There were a lot of them had white hair to accent their abilities. Rogue, remember Rogue? Yeah. Magneto. There were a few others. It's been a long time since I read a comic book, though. I feel I'm living them. So, life is interesting. It really is. That's one thing about it. Life is definitely interesting. So, hopefully tomorrow the computer will be online. Like I've told y'all guys, I know it's probably getting tiring. But like, I just have to be in the right place to be able to get everything to work again. I think that feeling the editor's itch is the first part of it. I also have so much going on though, where I'm gonna fall behind on my timeline. So I gotta get that crap taken care of too. I'm gonna go down tomorrow and see my friend the mechanic. Well, it'll probably be a couple days. Probably want to come back into town, honestly. Which will only be a couple days from now. But see if he can help me get this chair. Like, I could take the chair out and everything. I might have to find tools. But he might know some way that the top doesn't have to be, the part you lean on, doesn't have to be disconnected from the seat and can just be lowered further. Because what I'm trying to do is get it where I can throw in like a single one-person bed, the length of the car, which would be really nice for the road trip, And I know that if I don't make moves towards that, it's just not going to happen. It's going to be something that I talk about and never do. All right. Really good friend of mine here who she's been here for a very long time left a very nice comment about not smoking and stuff. And if she sees this and everything, when she said she watches all the videos and stuff, you are right, and thank you so much for caring about me. I'm just trying to be true to me, and somehow it became part of my story. I will quit at some point, probably. I would really like to cut down. Now, I just thank you so much for being here. Your comment was very touching, my friend. All right, let's kill this light. I'll go for a walk, guys. Black and orange stray cat sitting on a fence. Don't got enough food to pay the rent. Oh. Back hurts. My calves definitely hurt. That walk with Jamie the other day, oh my goodness. We went down the train tracks, right? And I swear it was like 4 miles or so. Jamie and I agree, probably about 4 miles. And the rocks, though, it was all this black shale. And you know how your ankles do? They have to keep twisting and everything to stay level or even on that terrain. And man, it tore my calves up bad, guys. All right, so we are walking, and now we're still walking. And yeah, it'll get better once we get up underneath some light up here, guys. Well, I said, all right, so when this is over, I'll take you where I normally do laps. Because I have 2 modes out here. The first thing that I do is I'll do a lap like around town, go up here, cut down by the gym, and then basically come back the same way. I have 2, maybe 3 different really good routes, and I like to swap between them. Sometimes I will stay in a normal pattern of taking the same route for a very long time. The reason for that is if anything weird happens on that route, then I can immediately swap over to another one, and it isn't a routine. So like in a parallel universe where, for instance, aliens or zombies or any other nefarious force was tracking or whatever, or there was about to be a bad night, you can't keep dibs on me. You don't know what I'm going to do, right? It's very unpredictable. So by being predictable and having alternative modes, it makes me unpredictable. I like to think I came up with this idea when I was a kid. So like if you are taking all the measures to make sure that if Bigfoot, Santa Claus, or aliens ever come at you, right? You're taking all these measures to make sure that it's not going to work out. Well, if life is good, then all you're really doing is if Bigfoot, aliens, or Santa Claus decide to come after you, then you're already doing everything you do. I don't know. I'm crazy. And I've told like psychiatrists that and stuff because I've talked to a lot of psychiatrists. I'm like, I am a little bit nuts. And they're like, no, you're eccentric. You can't be nuts because you know you're nuts, basically. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And they're like, yeah, that is crazy. But still. And like I said, it comes a lot from being in the forest. For me, I treat out here like I'm in the forest, basically. Why don't we be a little quiet while we're going across these apartments, though? Because I don't want to bug anybody. This is how I like it. Most of the time, it's dead out here. And now it's cold. Okay, now that we're away from the apartments, we can talk again. I don't like coming on the radar, really, you know. And I mean, these are my friends and neighbors too, so it's kind of weird walking past them, just yakking at y'all guys, you know, middle of the night. Shout out to the Hornet's Nest. If you're ever in town here, be sure and go in and have something from the Hornet's Nest. We are on 11th Avenue and Main Street. All right, really great little family-owned business here, and they give back to the community. They deserve outside support. They've got really good food. Yeah, what they do here, you can go in and buy a $10 voucher, and that voucher sits on the wall, and then if somebody comes in who doesn't have food, they use that voucher to buy a meal. And these guys, that's given back to the community. So if you're ever in town, even if you can't afford a voucher or something, just stop by and have something. All the food is good. I love the chocolate shake. The chocolate shakes are amazing. They're like $6. I kind of reward myself with a shake every now and then from there. Also, if you want a good chocolate shake too, I gotta say, Jamie's 1940 down here on the corner. I think it's 1940 Main Street. You'll be able to find it down there. They've also got a really great, I think, $6 milkshake. And I couldn't put one on top of the other, to tell you the truth. I like them both a lot. They're both distinctly different, and yet they're really good. What's this? Shelly. Thank you, Shelly. Let me give you a heart and a like. Guys, let's get Shelly a like here. Thank you, Shelly. She dropped in $10 for the cause, guys. I hope you're enjoying the walk, Shelly. Marcia, hola, amiga. So here we got our wall of psychopaths. You see these guys come Halloween, right? When I walk past here, I like to shoot at them with my air guns. Oh, where is it? Where are you? Where are you? Bang. Bang. We got a car coming. We'll get the other 3 on the way back. I just love how friendly people are here. That's a great neighborhood. Always reminds me of Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, kind of, when I'm walking around out here. But did you ever see... Oh, yeah, are you kidding? It's 12:20. It's 20 minutes after midnight out here. Did you ever see Eddie Murphy did Saturday Night Live, and he did an imitation or an impression of Mr. Rogers? And, yeah, I just remembered that for some reason. It kind of, it jarred my brain. But, yeah, no, I do. Sometimes out here, I think of, like, you know, won't you be my neighbor? Yeah. So here we are now, and we're passing Frontier Foods. It's one of the 2 grocery stores here in town. They are really good. So it is 21 minutes after 12. It'll give the temperature in the day. Wednesday, November 5th. That's all I'm getting. Oh, 44 degrees. There we go. And there goes the police. I know all the cops here too. They're really good people. Let's see. Creator, appreciate you, brother. Let me get you a heart and a like. Creator dropped in $2 to support the channel. Guy says 11:21, mate. Whoops. The clocks went back an hour Sunday. They didn't know that. They haven't changed their time. Are you serious, mate? Appreciate you, Creator. See, I just got it's good. That's like blasphemy. I'm not gonna say that. Thanks. Appreciate you. Shit. That's so good, isn't it? It is. It is. It's the little things. It's just the little things. Yeah. Oh. That's a nice truck. Yeah, it's the little things. Here we are, we're passing one of the gas stations here. This is credit card only. Normally you see like the sheriffs filling up here and stuff. My gas station is Chevron down here. Weird, there's so much action down there. I didn't think they were even open. If they're open, I might go in and get a chocolate milk or something. Normally I'm out here a lot later than this. What I used to call my Batman hours. So that's when during the winter I'd come out with like, I'd bring food, some kind of sandwich food, you know, try and have a blanket, hat, couple scarves, and I'd just come out and walk around. Normally sometime around like 1 p.m. or a.m. is about when I would start. And anytime till like 4 in the morning, because I did a lot of edit and stuff on my YouTube. So it afforded me that time period, you know? Found a lot of people, a lot of times. And it made sure that like, it wasn't just the regular people that were out. At that point, by that time of night, it's the people that actually need the stuff, because there's no other reason really to be out here, you know? Unless you're like me, a night person, you're moving from one place to the next or something. And there are a few of those. They're my fellow friends. Oh, that's a public library over there. I don't know, I'm not tired. That's the problem. I was getting up kind of early and stuff. Honestly, sometimes though, when I'm staying like at Jamie's, well, I guess it's a mixture. One, she and I'll stay up late sometimes. Two, I think of a lot of stuff, right? It's a good spot to meditate. And then 3, I feel safe really when I'm sleeping there and everything. So I'll sleep in a little bit just to get that little bit extra rest. Otherwise, nowadays, I've been up pretty early. Like, I'll wake up around 8 or 9, and I just feel that there's so much going on in the everyday that I need to kind of be involved with it. We better check the battery on this. Hang on. Oh, still got 62%. We are going strong, guys. West Coast girl, how the heck you doing? Glad you are here, nerds. Is Nerds here? Hey, Nerds, good to see you. Right on, guys. Hey, Jenny. Cassandra. Who's this? Hang on. What's that? Jose. God bless Matt. Take it one day at a time, my friend. No one is perfect, and the sun shines for everyone. God bless Matt. Take care. You too, Jose. Thank you so much for being out there. And yes, your words are very true. Like the crow said, it can't rain all the time. Passing the motel here now. I think tonight all we're going to do, we're going to walk down here to Chevron. If for some reason they're staying open till midnight or something, I am definitely going to get something. I'll probably just put y'all guys in my pocket, though they are used to me walking and filming. Yeah, I'll get a chocolate milk or a candy bar or something. We'll walk back down. Then I'll show you where I normally do laps at night, or where I used to do laps at night. And go to bed eventually, you know what I mean? All right, so here's the Mexican restaurant. Got a couple thrift stores I want to show y'all guys. So here we are at Second Chance Boutique. It's really nice. They've got a lot of nice stuff and everything. I love the name. Because I'm all about second chances, you know. Second chances, third chances, fourth chances. I also love the way that they decorate. They do different window displays all the time. I like to come by here and I just stand and look in the window and look at all the things. It's really pretty, isn't it? They do such a good job. Check out these soldiers over here. So they got some toy soldiers. They had a sign in here that was awesome. What was it? Oh, I forget how it went. I'll remember by the time we head back. It'll come to me because it was neat. It was about bears and stuff. Then across the street over here, we have Vicky's Unique Boutique. I totally give them as much publicity as possible. They are awesome. Vicky is awesome. Walter is awesome. Kevin is totally awesome. Their little dog Cookie. Yeah. So if you're ever here, drop in, check it out. Tell them I said, hey, this is another spot. My friend Melissa owns this. It's really nice. This is the local granola. Jamie and I actually have a small thing in here. She sells her like bracelets, keychains, necklaces, stuff like that. And then I sell spoon rings that I make. I need to make some more and get them in there. I think there's probably only like 2, but this is a really nice place. They have a lot of local artists, a lot of crafts and stuff. I like this. How do I point to it? This right here a lot. I've been gonna buy that for a while. I just haven't. I just like the way of the design. There's something about it that beckons to me, and somehow I see an abstract bat in it. Y'all guys know I like bats, right? But not like vampire bats, like Batman bats. Can you see it? And this, come on, this right here. Can I see a bat? Or is it just me? And yeah, I gotta know who that is. I know that person. I freaking know them. Crap, that is beautiful. Guys, look at this. So they do this artwork here. They do this on mosaic. They do classes on mosaic and everything, but this is new. Do I have it in the shot? Wow, that is all stained glass mosaic right there, guys. Somebody is very, very good. Can you imagine the time that it would take to do that? And I mean, just look at the artwork. Try and get you in on it better. I wish those lights weren't behind it and you could just see it in its full majesty. That is so pretty. I just gotta say, good job on whoever made that. I always thought it'd be neat to get into stained glass. Papa John, brother, man, that is the coolest emoji I've ever seen. John, you're a cool guy. I appreciate you. Thank you for everything you've done. You changed my life, bro. All of y'all guys have through everything that you've done. I appreciate you so much. So, guys, John dropped in $70 freaking to the. I hope you can afford that, John. I feel really bad about like that kind of number. I appreciate you very much, and it is making a huge difference. I just don't want to seem greedy or unappreciative at the same time. It's an awesome emoji. It's so cool. It's this hippo dude, guys, sitting in a chair, like a game chair, and then flips backwards and transforms into like a transformer. I used to love Transformers when I was a kid, John. Yeah, back then, though, they were like, you remember the ones that were drawn? They were like the 80s style, like, and Megatron and like Starscream. Do you remember Starscream? Yeah, in my story about the wolf, or it's my remake story of my dad's story about the squirrel. I make the one wolf sound like Starscream because of Starscream from Transformers. Yeah, really appreciate you, brother. Appreciate all y'all guys. You've all really done really well for this channel lately. All of the support, you know, the hitting the like button, the sharing it. So many of y'all guys have told like friends and stuff about it. The hype button, that's new. That has really been tearing it up. Somebody over there waving. How's it going? Right on, man. Try and stay warm. It's cold out. I didn't see him. I know those guys. If I weren't doing a video, I'd go over and say, hey. I really should have brought my backpack and stuck some kind of cold weather gear in it. Yo, what's up? Hey, bro, how's it going?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm just doing a video on YouTube. Just a walk-in video. How are y'all guys? Are you staying warm? Yeah, nice.
Do you remember me?
Yes, I can't remember your name, but I remember you. Haha.
I'm Tyler.
Yes, Kaya. Absolutely. I know your old man. Yeah. Hang on a second, guys. I'm going to shake these guys' hand and then we'll get on. I'm on a live here on YouTube.
Oh, shit.
No worries, guys. Good seeing y'all, man. Absolutely. Yeah. Doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Yeah, right on, man.
Nice to
Very
see
good.
you.
It's good seeing you. Yeah. And I'll talk to you later. I don't want to embarrass you. or
Yeah, no,
anything.
you're all good.
Yeah. Okay, cool, guys. Very cool.
All right, you have a good rest of your night.
Y'all do the same. It's good seeing you. I'm finally back in town.
Yep.
That is so cool. I just love having friends. You know what I mean? That is awesome. Yeah. No, I know that girl's dad too, so it's like, I know everybody here. They're all so cool. Yeah. Let's see, what's this? John, you're cool, bro. Let me hit heart and a like. Matt, I'm in Spokane for work. How do I link up with you? Oh, John, that's cool. Shoot, right now it would be really hard, my friend. You could, if you can make it to Oroville, and I mean, just having a cup of coffee is like all I ever do when somebody comes out. But if you want to come out this way, or you make it out this way, bro, I'll take you up for a cup of coffee. We can sit and like bullshit for a little while or something, all right? Pardon my language, everybody. But yeah, let me know on here, like what, when, and what, and where, John. Yeah. I kind of feel embarrassed back there with my friends because I'm like, yeah, I'm just doing a YouTube live. And I'm like, I wasn't sure how they were going to take that. But y'all guys have been in my life for so long, too, that it changes things. It changes me a little bit, you know? And so I don't really get as embarrassed and everything. That's pretty. I just like the way they do these things. That was so weird. It's not raining, but something just hit me in the face. I think a bat might have just peed on me or something. Like, I'm almost not even joking. I was just standing there looking, and all of a sudden something dripped down from the heavens. Maybe it's going to rain. It was supposed to rain. I'm not sure which I would prefer. Get peed on by a bat? That's... What happened to you tonight? Well, it was a long story. It was a long story. Yeah. A lot happened. It was, don't know how, but it happened, man. No, I'm sorry, guys. I'm in a good mood. You know, I just realized something. It was just a thought kind of came to me. I think that there are times in life where life becomes so real that it becomes surreal. Does that make any sense? I don't know, just that feeling of being exactly where you're supposed to be, exactly when you're supposed to be there. It is rain. I just felt a couple more drops. Good. Okay. No rabies for me. Well, I mean, no promises. I don't know. I just feel like I'm in a really good transitional period in my life. Where things feel kind of right. Okay, so the truth is, I am trying really hard not to cough right now so that I don't get a lot of crap from a lot of people about smoking. A lot. And instead of just keeping that to myself, I decided I'd tell you. Howdy. Okay then. It's a lot of traffic tonight, actually. I didn't fear there'd be this much traffic. Oh wait, yeah, daylight savings. It's only 11. Okay, that explains a lot. Like I said, normally when I'm out here like this, it's a lot later and there isn't as much traffic, which I like that a lot more, you know. I'm kind of a loner, but it's just people going home and stuff, you know. I came out a little bit early tonight than normal. Yeah, it's definitely starting to sprinkle now. I can feel a little bit more. And I can see it over there on that puddle too. Oh, that's neat. The puddle is back. I will have to tell Jamie's girls tomorrow that the puddle is back. We used to, so last year, we watched this puddle grow and then freeze, and then they threw rocks in it, and then it got smaller and smaller because we take walks past here a lot. I take them up to Chevron and stuff, and we have our own little outings. And that just makes my heart feel really good right now to see that puddle. All right, pop machines are still out of order. So, no pop tonight. We are now passing Frontier Foods. Again, like I said, it's the second grocery store in town. It's going to be the first one you pass if you're headed up towards Canada. It will be the second one you pass if you're coming from Canada. They're both really good. They both have their own kind of like soul, and that's the reason that they both survive in such a small town, in my opinion. I couldn't put one over the other. I enjoy the deli at Atkins very much. And at the same time, there are a lot of things down here that I enjoy. So it's like, it's just a different experience no matter which store I'm going to. And I think that's cool. It keeps things fresh, kind of, you know, in the neighborhood. I've picked up a tail. We got two people coming up on me on the back. Sounds like a dude and a girl, but I don't think it's the same ones I was just talking to. They're coming up a little bit fast. Probably gonna dip in over here and we're gonna enjoy the Halloween show. Let them go ahead and pass. Oh. Actually, there's a nice little bench here. Hey, brothers, how's it going, guys?
All right, not bad.
Yeah, excellent. I'm doing a YouTube live here, so I'm just doing a tour. Good to see you, man. Y'all guys staying warm?
Absolutely.
Yeah, excellent.
Multiple layers.
Hey, awesome, man. I'm layered up too.
Dude, for real.
Yeah, have a good night.
Have a good night, man.
So cool. Those are a couple of really good friends of mine right there. So yeah, these guys, I like to, when I'm walking past here, I go like, you know, bang, bang. Where's she? Bang. Because you know headshots count. Zombies, don't y'all guys remember, right? Yeah. What the heck game was it? It was one of those rail shooters. Was it Duke Nukem? Was it? No, it wasn't Duke. Duke didn't fight zombies, did he? I know it's a zombie game because it was like headshots count. It might have been one of those unnamed rail shooters that they had back in the day that didn't transfer over. I miss those kind of things. There were a lot of things when I was younger and stuff that it just didn't make it through to the tech age, really. So we lost them in VHS and cassette and everything. I'm so glad that so many games from Nintendo stretched over, like Mario Kart. Mario Kart is multi-generational, you know? Well, my fingers are cold. I just realized I am starting to get a little bit chilly, which is good for the title of the video, you know? Once again, we are passing the Hornet's Nest. Remember, guys, these are good guys right here. Be sure and try and support them if you come through, have a milkshake or something, you know. If you can afford it, put $10 on the wall for somebody hungry. I try and go in and do that whenever I can. Last winter was a lot better. You know, as y'all guys know, the channel was really flourishing back then. We were accomplishing a lot more. Yeah, I gotta get some gloves. I didn't realize my fingers were gonna get cold like this. Okay, we're passing by the apartments, so we'll be quiet out of respect. All right. What's this? Felicia. Hey, Felicia. Good night. See you on tomorrow, I hope. Have a blessed night. It's almost 3 here in Indiana. We love you and good night. Thank you, Felicia. Right back at you. I hope you sleep well. You are such a night owl. That is awesome. Thank you for being here, Felicia. Good night, my friend. Papa John says, MEO, go watch some of his videos. You will find yourself spending a few hours at a time. That's awesome, John. I check that out, bro. It's Jacqueline. Jacqueline, hey! Jacqueline's one of the long timers too. I'm so glad that you're out there, Jacqueline. Jacqueline used to do a lot of promotion stuff too on her page for my channel on Instagram. And man, you know what? I think about those times in that cabin with y'all guys sometimes. And those were really, really good times, weren't they? I think they're awesome. I like having the long timers out here. Appreciate you, Jacqueline. Thanks for being there. Okay, guys, we're almost back at the Interceptor. Okay, cool. MEO47 says, okay, well, talking to John. All right, cool. Hey, Matt, keep the faith, my brother, says John Barton. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. That's what we gotta have to keep moving, you know? And yeah, I absolutely will. I'll never give up. I'll never surrender, you know? Now it's starting to rain a little bit, so we're gonna do this lap real fast. I don't know if we're even gonna do the lap. I think I just wanna take you down to see something. Because this is where I used to walk a lot when I was here. It's about a 1/4 mile loop, maybe a little bit more. And I would walk it like 8, 9 times because I like to try and stay up on my fitness and stuff. I'm not a endurance runner, but I am one hell of a good endurance hiker and a sprinter. I can sprint really well for a very, very long time, like sprint and walk kind of stuff. So I always try and stay up on that. Y'all guys saw me last year, man. I was totally Batmaned out. But at the same time, it made me heavy. I had a lot of muscle on me that reduced a lot of the cardio for the hit and run. What do you call it? Like sprinting, you know what I mean? So dropping a lot of that useless muscle and keeping a lot of like the punch muscle and stuff, haul muscle, has been very good. Honestly, I got some kind of like digestion thing going on right now. I just need time to get back up and strong, you know. So here we are almost. I don't put a lot of stock in stuff. Y'all guys know that, right? I don't talk about it much and stuff. But here we are. I pass this on my loop sometimes. We are at the Berg Funeral Home funeral service. Yeah. Normally they have really pretty flowers and stuff planted out here. And the reason I show it to you is so I'm not trying to be mean or cold or callous or anything like that. My dad was as into action heroes and like, you know, one-liners and tough guy shit as any of us are, right? And part of my language. But I like to say that, see, this right here is where my dad did his final dance with the Zippo lighter of life. And if he heard me say that, he would think it is really a very cool saying. He would have been like, my last dance with the Zippo lighter of life. Yeah, so this is where they cremated my dad. And oddly enough, I found it just by accident on my walk. And then I recognized it from the show because I wasn't able to be there when he was, after he passed away and for his funeral and stuff. A friend of mine helped me join it through Zoom on his phone, which was really cool. Shout out to Matt. Appreciate you, Matt. Yeah, so like I said, I don't believe in any like a soul in one spot kind of story. Like there's not much, you know. I'm like, it doesn't even really matter. It's hard to explain. You know, I got enough stuff in my real right now world to not really have many feelings about it and stuff. But when I stop by here, I think of my dad, and it helps me remember him and remind me of him. And the finality of it too, that he is gone part means something. It helps me connect more to myself. There's a part in No Country for Old Men that I think about. I was going to try and put all this in my video because in some way I covered something like this, but I lost some of that footage. And so in the end of No Country for Old Men, what's his name? Tommy Lee Jones' character is talking about a dream he had about his dad riding out in front of him on a horse with fire and a horn, like the old timers used to start fire or to carry fire, and that they didn't say anything. He just rode past him out there in front, and they knew that he was heading out there to go make a fire, and that he was going to meet up with him sometime. And for some reason, one day I was walking down here to kind of say goodbye, I think. It was when I really realized that I do want to stretch out on a road trip, you know. And for some reason that just like reminded me of that. And I don't know, you know. I think it's nice to know that our ancestors are out there in front of us, and that it can give us something to connect to when we think about our own existence. If that makes any sense. Try and give y'all guys better quality than I do actually give you sometimes. And so I do apologize for that. Sometimes I just walk around rambling or just shoot at you the first thoughts that come in. Okay, I am going to turn around and start going home now. I cannot believe how long we have been on. This is like an 1.5 hour long video. Crazy. I hope that y'all guys have enjoyed the walk. I appreciate you so much for enjoying the lives and the content and still being here and everything. It means so much. And we will get back up and running soon. So I'll stop here while we still have the light, and I will bid you adieu. Or as they say, a don't. I don't know. It's something I heard Daffy Duck say once. Cassandra, feels Matt can resonate. My dad passing when I was 14. He was an Aussie bushman. I am sure they have exchanged stories in heaven. Much love. Right on. You know what? Right on, Cassandra. Hoorah, my friend. And that, my friend, we'll leave it with. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing your story, and my condolences for your loss. Thank you for joining in my own. And sharing our connection of reality and mortality and time. I think that it helps to make the adventure better. You know what I mean? So let's go out. We're going to go out and we're going to have us a hell of an adventure. Pardon my language. It's going to be so much fun, guys. And yeah, remember where we came from. Remember where we are. And remember where we're going is what we make it. We get to decide that. There's going to be stuff that happens. At the same time, our interaction instead of reaction is going to dictate the future. And we can make it a good one. Again, thank you for sharing this journey with me, and y'all guys have a very good night. Never give up, never surrender. Piece of cake.